Now, from the Columbia Basin, your local news source, this is iFIBER 1 News, presented in high definition. The #1 source for real-time local news, local sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. With your iFIBER 1 News team, reporting news in real time as it's happening. From the iFIBER Communications HD broadcast studio in Ephrata, Washington, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Welcome to iFIBER 1 News. I'm Sarah Brewer, filling in for Cody Johnson with your news from around the Columbia Basin for Thursday, March 28th. Tonight we report on yesterday's police chase that ended in the arrest of a Moses Lake man for a laundry list of offenses. We'll hear how to protect yourself and your pets from ticks this season, and take a look at how a case of road rage landed a Moses Lake man in jail. Finally, we'll learn about a woman who found her camera 5 years after she lost it and 6,000 miles away from where it went missing. In sports, Cody Johnson used what was left of his voice earlier this morning to get a preseason interview with the head coach and owner of the Columbia Basin Riverhawks football team, Brett Hellowell. Our spotlight story tonight is about how technology and experienced taste buds are two essential elements in winemaking, an industry that's growing at a rapid pace here in the Columbia Basin. We also have the latest weather forecast for the Columbia Basin from the iFIBER 1 Weather Center. First up tonight, a Wednesday afternoon police pursuit through Moses Lake ended in the arrest of a Moses Lake man for 9 offenses, ranging from drug trafficking to felony firearm possession. The county's interagency narcotics enforcement team attempted to serve a search warrant on Dusty Street in Moses Lake at about 2:30 p.m. Sheriff's officials said the warrant was based on a 7-month undercover investigation of the sales of methamphetamine. Police saw 53-year-old suspect Edward McIntosh drive away from the residence, and when a deputy attempted to pull him over, he fled. The pursuit ended in the Peninsula Drive neighborhood, and after a search of the home and car, McIntosh was booked into the Grant County Jail. For more on this story, including the full list of charges, visit iFIBER1.com. In other police news, a Moses Lake man was arrested Tuesday after he allegedly brandished a gun when a fellow motorist flipped him off. The victim told Grant County Sheriff's deputies that he was driving in the 1200 block of Pershing Road when a vehicle cut him off. The victim displayed his middle finger in the direction of the other driver, at which point the suspect allegedly held up a pistol. The suspect vehicle was stopped on Broadway Avenue. The driver, 20-year-old Kelton Kimmel, was booked on charges of possession of firearm by a minor and possession of a controlled substance with intent to deliver. And speaking of jail, that's just where Grant County commissioners were this morning. Grant County Sheriff Tom Jones gave Commissioner Cindy Carter and Carol Ann Swartz a tour of the facility, which houses about 180 inmates in a building Jones says was designed to hold about 80. They stopped by one spot where water is leaking into the low to moderate risk cell block. Sheriff's officials and maintenance employees have been trying to determine a way to stop the leak without tearing out the wall. The commissioners visited the kitchen, where 160 people were fed this morning, as well as the medical unit and central area for medium to high-risk cell blocks. Moses Lake residents are likely to see a slight increase in their water and sewer rates this year. The City Council this week approved the first reading of an ordinance to bump rates up by 1.3%, an increase that's based on the Consumer Price Index. The difference on the average user's bill should be small, anywhere from a few cents to a few dollars. Last year, the council rejected increasing the rates by 2.7%, which council member Dick Dean said delayed improvements to the city's water and sewer systems. On to a lighter topic now, space burgers. The popular pocket sandwiches are landing early this year. The Moses Lake Lioness Club will open their booth on April 19th, 20th, and 21st during the gun show at the Grant County Fairgrounds. The booth is going to be open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. The funds raised during the 3-day event will be donated to the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life and the Columbia Basin Cancer Foundation. The sandwiches are made with seasoned ground beef, lettuce, and a secret sauce that's pressed into the shape of a flying saucer. They're normally available during the Grant County Fair, which is coming up this year from August 13th to the 17th. 2 Big Bend Community College students were selected to the All-Washington Academic Team, an honor that recognizes both academic achievement and community involvement. Cynthia Beatty of Moses Lake and Jordan Bresney of Ephrata were recognized as All-State Scholars during a reception in Olympia on March 21st. 65 community and technical college students representing 34 colleges were named to the 2013 All-Washington Academic Team. They were nominated on the basis of academic achievement, leadership, community activities, and work experience. Each of the people you see here has warrants for their arrest and is wanted by various law enforcement agencies. If you see any of these people, the DOC asks that you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but to call the police. You can also call the Department of Corrections at 509-764-6180 during the day or 509-762-1160 after 5 p.m. We'll be back after this with weather and sports.